There may soon be some medical tools to fight the coronavirus. Today, the FDA issued an emergency use authorization for chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine. A Macomb County man says the controversial drug cocktail saved his life. So our Jennifer Ann Wilson found out more about his experience and why it might not work for everyone.
Now, anti-malaria drugs, experts warn, can have very severe side effects, especially for those with certain pre-existing conditions. But one man I spoke with in Macomb County says for him, it was a miracle drug.
I literally felt like I was slowly drowning.
38-year-old Jim Santilli was admitted to Henry Ford Macomb on Wednesday, March 18th. The diagnosis, suspected 2019 novel coronavirus, COVID-19.
I was on, a lower dose of steroids. I was on albuterol, which is an inhaler. But every day I was progressively getting worse while in the hospital.
By Saturday, March 21st, he says he wasn't sure he'd live to see another day.
I remember laying there and I felt I wasn't going to make it till midnight, just as I was gasping for air.
He says he felt like he was drowning.
The doctor at that point had told me, he said, we're basically out of options here.
An infectious disease expert was called in.
He said, I want to try a non-approved experimental treatment.
That non-approved experimental treatment, an anti-malaria drug called hydroxychloroquine that can, experts warn, have serious side effects in some patients.
At that point, my response was, well, what do I have to lose?
He was given hydroxychloroquine along with azithromycin, commonly prescribed in a Z-pack, and just a few hours later, he says,
the gasping for air stopped. My vitals were improving. Just overall, I had pretty much a 180-degree turn. It was incredible. In fact, I was in tears.
In a statement, Henry Ford Health System says, in part, we're prescribing hydroxychloroquine off-label for only hospitalized COVID-19 positive patients. They must meet specific criteria as outlined by our Division of Infectious Diseases.
And I really think that, the American people can have hope that we have something that can help people, it can save lives and put an end to that suffering.
This morning, when the FDA announced a limited emergency approval to use these anti-malaria drugs to treat patients with COVID-19, they also said they'd received a donation of more than 30 million doses in their federal stockpile for distribution. I'm Jennifer Ann Wilson, 7 Action News.